Let's be honest, my dear. It's not the competition that's stopping you, it's you. You keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. Maybe I'm not smart enough. What if I fail? These are not just thoughts, these are your real enemies. Silent, invisible, and powerful. And if you don't defeat them now, they will quietly destroy your dream. The Bhagavad Gita shows us. Even Arjun, a mighty warrior, nearly gave up, not because of outer pressure, but because of fear, self doubt, and confusion within. The same happens to every seeker. What Sri Krishna told Arjun on the battlefield wasn't just for war. It applies to every moment when we are ready to give up. There are 5 inner enemies that can stop even the most sincere student. And you need to slay them so that no exam, no pressure, and no fear can shake you ever again. Let us reflect together on them one by one. Enemy number 1, procrastination. Tell me, how many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, and that tomorrow never came? The first enemy of procrastination is born from tamas, the quality of darkness, inertia, inactivity, which clouds the mind and delays action. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, procrastination or alasya is a tamagun which ties all living beings and prevents them from performing beneficial actions, stopping them from achieving both material and spiritual goals. So, when the mind is overwhelmed or lazy, it whispers, I will start tomorrow, just one more day of rest. Even the great Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, struggled with deep inner hesitation and delay. In his early years, Lincoln frequently stopped major decisions and avoided taking key steps towards advancing his career. He once said, the leading rule for a man of every calling is diligence. Never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. He learned this the hard way from his own struggles. So, my dear, do not wait. Begin right now. Start with small focused sessions, 25 minutes, one subject, one focus. But put your heart into that one session. When the urge to delay comes, remind yourself, this is not you, this is tamas in disguise. Establish a regular daily routine for study. Reflect on your higher purpose. It will motivate you for steady progress. This is the first step in waking up the warrior within you. Enemy number 2, fear and doubt. The enemy of what ifs. It's not always lack of ability that stops us. It's fear. What if I fail? What if I am not good enough? This is fear or bhai, and doubt or sanshaya. Gita says, the one who doubts himself is already defeated. Krishna didn't ask Arjun to be fearless overnight. He asked him to trust in his path, his training, his purpose. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, faced many rejections before Harry Potter became famous. She also suffered from deep doubt. She later reflected, it's impossible to live without failing at something. So, when fear comes, pause, close your eyes, say, I don't know how, but I am not stopping. Open your book and do one page sincerely. That one step weakens the grip of fear. Whenever in doubt, do 5 minutes of meditation. Dhyan. Focus on calmly reviewing your thoughts and feelings without attachment, as if you are looking from outside. This will make your restless mind become sthir, steady, and unmoved by fear. Every day before going to bed, say, I am capable, I am prepared. Repeat these affirmations with all the shraddha, faith, and confidence. This will strengthen your inner resolve and dispel the doubts. Make a sankalp, a firm resolve, and visualize your success. Courage is not the absence of fear, but steady action despite it. Enemy number 3, ego or asmita, the enemy of false greatness. Have you ever thought, I don't need to study that chapter, I already know it. This subject is boring, I am made for better things. Others need help, I will be fine on my own. That voice inside, the one that thinks you are in control, that is ego. That is asmita. Not the kind of self-worth that says, I can do this, but the kind that whispers, I am better than others. Napoleon. He was a military genius, a leader who rose from nothing. But after winning battle after battle, ego began to control him. He thought he was invincible. He believed no one could stop him, not even Russia's brutal winter. So, in 1812, he invaded Russia without proper supplies, without planning for the cold, and lost over 400,000 soldiers. That's 4 lakh. What defeated him wasn't Russia. It was his own pride, his refusal to listen, his need to conquer more, his ego. Not his enemies brought his fall. Ego makes you believe you are in full control, but in truth, it distracts you from higher achievements. Shri Krishna says, the deluded soul under the influence of ego thinks, I am the doer. Your ego will whisper, you are too smart for this. You are better than this. Ignore it. That's not your soul speaking. That's ego. Every time you study with the humility of a learner, you grow. Every time you say, let me learn with an open mind, you move one step closer to true learning. So, before opening your book, say, I am not the doer, I am the learner. Let me seek knowledge with sincerity. Enemy number 4, distraction, viksheep, the enemy of wandering mind. Use it to study and social media or noise or your own thoughts pull you away. Even Krishna acknowledged that the mind is restless. But he didn't ask for perfection. He asked for returning. Krishna said, whenever your mind wanders, bring it back gently. Bill Gates, back when he was in his 20s, when he was building Microsoft, completely cut out TV and music from his life in order to focus on his work. He knew that watching TV and listening to music would distract him from his work. So, my dear, create a clean study space where you can study with a single pointed concentration and use apps to limit distractions during study hours. You see, technology can both be a tool and a trap. Controlling its use empowers your willpower. And when distracted, bring the mind back gently with pranayam, regulated breath control. Begin sessions with a clear sankalp, intention. Say softly, Krishna, help me focus. This hour is for you. Mastery over distraction is mastery over the self. Enemy number 5, attachment to results, the enemy of anxiety. So much worry. Will I clear it? What will people say? That's moha, which makes you anxious about the outcome. When you attach to results, anxiety takes over. Now, don't get me wrong. Moderate level of anxiety is a good stimulant. It forces you to train and focus. But when you are too focused on the results, anxiety becomes paralyzing. Athletes often complain, why do I do so much better in practice than in competitions? Because of this attachment to results, which causes paralyzing anxiety and results in overstimulation. And then you are not able to perform at your highest level. That's why Krishna's eternal teaching is so relevant even now. You have the right to perform your duties, but not to the fruits of your actions. The moment you detach yourself from the results, you are focusing on your karma and performing at your peak level. So, my dear, focus on your karma. Dedicated action without worrying about the outcome. And when overwhelmed by anxiety, do self reflection and pranayam to restore balance. Take 3-4 deep, belly expanding breaths and observe your feelings as if you're observing from the outside. This will harmonize your inner energies and steady the mind. Study with devotion, not desperation. These 5 enemies, procrastination, fear, ego, distraction, and attachment, they don't come from outside. They rise quietly inside the mind. They quietly challenge every aspirant. But awareness and Krishna's teachings light the way. The exam is but one moment on your path. True victory is mastery of your own mind. Remember Arjuna's story? His success began when he faced his inner enemies and trusted the wisdom within. May your journey be steady, peaceful, and strong.
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैवो ह्यात्मनो बन्धु आत्मैवो रिपुरात्मनः